Yo!
Video games.
We are effing back. I am so glad we're back, because it's been a week since we played Revo 4. And this is one of the greatest video games ever made. I was actually excited to get back into and start playing this again. I'm not even freaking playing. Simmons is taking the reins on this one.
Yeah.
I took 3 for the most part.
I'm so sorry.
I am too. That was the worst decision ever, because I remember back in the day somewhat liking 3 and like being okay with it. Jesus, man, I don't know. I think 3 was my least favorite of all of them.
Yeah, I think the other problem too is that we played Remake, 2,
Yeah.
264, and then 3, and then this.
Yeah.
And it's like, even if you like 3, there's very few people I would think
Yeah, it's like if
would consider 3, like, most people I think would think 3 is kind of like the weakest of those
even if
4.
even if the RE3 backgrounds aren't as like, I'm sorry, the RE2 and 64 backgrounds aren't as polished as the PlayStation ones. That's like such a little difference for how amazing that game plays.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have no idea until you play analog controls on a Resident Evil game how it's night and day and how much more fun it is.
And
It's
remember,
actually
gameplay's
fun.
always king. Gameplay is always king.
Yeah. That's why RE4 is still the best one, because the gameplay is the best in this one of all the Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
Playing RE4 is the best in all of them. Might not have the best story, but
I think it has the best story.
I think it has a really good story.
I think it has the best... Remake I thought was actually pretty good for its when I first played it, but this is more memorable.
Yeah, well,
in a way.
everything about this game has that Clover charm, of the Mikami and Kamiya charm, which has like a lot of little moments, like we were talking about between Rising and Bayonetta. Same guys made this game, for those that don't know, and all these games have a lot of like little moments that you'll just remember. You'll always remember like the little things that happen.
Yeah.
You're a small-time saddler, shit like that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I remember this shit. You have no bullets in that. You better reload it. Better do the badass reload.
Check this shit out.
No, fuck you. It's the goddamn dog from... Jesus, man.
Look how creepy and scary that looks, man.
So here's the thing. This was the scariest part for me when I played this game, was back when I was being chased by fucking dogs in the rain and lightning and shit. It was terrified the balls out of me. Yeah, that was legit scary. I did not like playing that alone. That thing looks like the goddamn dog from Neverending Story. Looks just like it.
I'll bet you've forgotten its name already.
Gamork. We had to look that up the other day. The dog's name from Neverending Story is Gamork. It's not Atreyu. It's not Artax. Atreyu is the boy. Artax was the horse.
Oh, shit.
Is that one right there? Jesus Christ. Get up into it. Don't shoot it. Let people see it. Let it attack you.
Oh, I'm not gonna let it attack.
No, it's got this huge fucking gaping mouth. You gotta let people... Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! Ah! Fucking dogs! Jesus, it looks terrible. Not terrible, like terrible isn't it? It's fucking horrible.
It looks dead to me.
It's dead now. Money up its ass.
I don't remember if there's anything back here at this point.
Didn't we get it? There was the dial, the sundial?
Yeah, I just didn't remember if there was any little, like, extra thing we threw back here for...
There's so much little game shit that's thrown in this game, like the treasure hunting aspect of it, yeah.
Which I love, and I don't know why they dropped it at this one.
Well, they kind of had it with, like, mob drops in RE5, kinda. But it was just monsters.
But it wasn't like,
shit.
there were treasures scattered around. You could buy treasure maps, and then you could combine the treasures to get better treasures.
The only thing I could really remember from RE5 is hunting liquors to get red gems.
Yeah, but they're just drops. They're not like they're not treasures. It's not treasure hunting.
Exactly. Really. I almost wish there was like rare monsters, like one that only show up every once in a while.
Yeah.
I do love that. That's something that gets me from like years of playing Final Fantasy XI. Is I love hunting rare monsters and FF11 and PSO. Remember fucking hunting, like, Easter Rappies and Christmas Rappies and shit?
Yeah, right.
It's addictive as hell.
With the Christmas hat
you
on.
get the Christmas present? Yeah, dude. That was addictive as hell in old games.
This game still looks fantastic.
It doesn't look bad at all. Someone was saying that the PS3 version runs like butt.
Yeah, and that's actually an interesting point, too, because, like, I remember when I first played this, I was like, oh my god, I feel a little, like, slow or odd on the aiming.
Yeah.
And I thought, I pretty much assumed that's just because I'm so used to playing the Wii version nowadays.
Yeah.
Because, the Wii version...
As instant aiming.
And so I just kind of, like, wrote it off as that. And then people were saying, like, no, like, the 360 one is a little bit slower than the Cube one. So it's kind of more like the PS2,
I wonder if
like aiming speed. And I was like, oh, that actually makes a little bit of sense.
So you think this? Well, this build that's used to make the HD version probably isn't the GameCube or the PS2 version. Probably the PC build.
No, it's not the PC build.
Is it?
No.
Is it the PS2 one?
It's based off the Wii one.
Okay, well that makes sense. And the Wii one's based off the GameCube one.
Yeah, well, the Wii one has the extras from the PS2.
Yeah.
But they've kind of like, it's really interesting because like you know how they have that whole new campaign, the whole Separate Ways campaign.
Yeah. The Ada one.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that is the Wii version has the Separate Ways from PS2, but the graphics are bumped up to GameCube levels.
Oh.
Except on the new exclusive areas that were only on PS2, and they look like garbage.
Yeah, dude. If for a lot of people did end up, I think it ended up selling more on PS2 than it did on GameCube in the long run when the game did come out.
It's okay, I got that puzzle. I play Zelda.
Yeah, shut up. I got this shit.
I play Zelda.
And the PS2 one was not nearly as good as the GameCube one. It had like a couple of extra things, but the graphics were nerfed to shit.
Yeah, and like they used videos for all the cutscenes.
Is this Sherry? Yeah, it is.
No, this is Ashley.
Hey,
Don't come, Leon.
Take it easy.
No! Get away!
Calm down.
Yeah, that was probably the hilarious part of the PS2 build was that like they basically the cutscenes were videos of the GameCube version running.
What? My father?
That's right. And I have to get you out of here. Now come with me.
I mean, it's cool for people who only had a PS2.
You finally got to experience
yeah,
it.
who you know, it's impressive that they got it to run it all. So it's cool if you could only afford one console back then. But
did Capcom even make these ports, or was it outsourced?
no, I think these were
In-house?
in-house. There were very small teams though.
I'm on my way.
Like PS2 had I think a slightly bigger team.
Man, so that game was great. We got Ashley, so beat the final boss, and that's it. Man, we got her. It's fucking...
It's over.
That was the best Resident Evil I've ever played. Let's just beat the boss so we
Jackson.
can wrap this one up so we can play Revelations now.
Yeah.
Let's go home. I mean, I was just agreeing with you the whole time that this game was good. I just really want it to be over. You know? See if you can look up and help her out.
Yeah. Right. Ooh. Hey, what's this? What's this, baby? Huh?
Ow! You pervert!
What? Hey.
And don't look at Sandy that way. I can see the bottom
I want
half.
to see her sandy cheeks.
I can see the bottom half of her butt cheek.
I want to see Sandy's cheeks.
This game is so fucking Japanese. Japan!
Let's get out of here.
I'll take the girl.
Who are you?
He's got Soul Calibur.
If you must know, my name is Osman Sadler, the master of this fine religious community.
What do you want?
To demonstrate to the whole world our astounding power, of course. No longer will the United States think they can police the world forever.
Do we have subtitles or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Kidnap the president's daughter in order to give her our power and then send her back.
No.
That's a very bad time for that name to come up.
I know. Chester the molester stabbing this chick while she's unconscious.
What did you do to her?
You know, stuff.
You know.
Speaking of which, have you ever seen that comic?
No, which one?
The one where like they parody this scene,
When she returns
and Leon's like, "What did you do to her?" And he's Tyler's like, you know,
Stuff. I need to see this.
Yeah, you really should like just look it up.
For some donation.
I don't even know how you
Believe it or
would
not,
look up something like that.
Quite a lot of money to keep this church up and running.
Faith and money will lead you nowhere, Sadler.
Oh, I
Right,
believe I
but-
forgot to tell you that we gave you the same gift.
When I was unconscious.
Oh, I truly hope you like our small but special contributions. When the eggs hatch, you will
It seems a
become
difficult
my-
comic to find.
Yeah, you probably would have to turn your safe search off if it's not already.
Oh, it's off.
I'll have total control over your minds.
Yeah.
Don't you think this is a revolutionary way to promulgate one's
If I ever find it for you,
Sounds more like an
I'll,
alien
I'll
invasion
shoot it
if
to you.
ask
But
me.
Okay.
I warn everyone who's trying to who does look up this comic. It's really funny, but it's really not safe for work.
Damn. Damn.
I love that little like eye twitch of his. Where he's just like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Before he jumps out the window.
What's gonna happen to us?
Don't worry. We got into this mess. We can get out of it.
Type in like RE4 Sadler Ashley comic or fan art. All right, save. Sure. Why the hell not?
Sadler. Don't worry, Ashley. You got us into this mess. I'll get us out of it. Yeah, this thing's hard to find. I don't know. I can't find it.
It's probably okay that you can.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you probably do want to eat dinner tonight.
Ugh. Ugh. I don't know. Everything sounds like a bad idea now. Fuck you, buddy. Combine those. Combine that red and green.
I
So you
will.
can open up space in your Tetris
I will when I
inventory.
need
Holy shit! It's a goddamn town meeting.
Leon, shoot those barrels on that wagon.
Shit, this chick is a combat expert. Agarrelo! Oh, Jesus God.
Oh, one surprise.
Right in the neck. Right in the undead ass zombie neck. Rifle ammo.
Yep. Yes, sir. Now, we combine.
God, the sub-inventory system in this game is brilliant.
Yeah, because look, I could do that.
Why punish me for trying to pick up things?
Yeah.
And you can actually combine them in the sub-menu now.
Yes, you can. In the menu off to the side of it. That's the other thing too. Like, I don't know why RE5 like got rid of like that option. You know,
Yeah, that's
Like-
really weird.
having this side grid here where you can. It's like, if this was RE5, I want to take this red herb. I couldn't
well,
take it.
the reason is because the guys
Couldn't
that...
just combine it.
The reason is because the guys that made this game left the company.
Yeah.
So they wanted to make it different. They wanted to make it less accessible.
Or something stupid.
Or something very Japanese like that.
It's kind of funny when you think about it. Like, it's hard to really say, but the reason Platinum and Tango exist is because they didn't want to make this on any other system. They wanted to keep it a GameCube exclusive, and they wanted to not be forced into making sequels for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's
There's
been-
no way Bayonetta would have ever existed, you know,
I mean, I guess
from, under Capcom.
I mean, Capcom's basically benefited off their work here, but at what cost? Because 6 sold amazing, but not as well as they thought because it was crap.
Let's be honest. The 2000s was a very good decade for Capcom. But for the most part, who was responsible for their success? Like, a lot of it was Clover.
None of their Clover games ever sold, though.
Like Devil May Cry? Oh, not the direct Clover games, but I mean the guys that eventually would be called Clover
Yeah.
Studios. Like, those dudes, a lot of them, like, between the game directors and designers,
Yeah.
were guys that went to Clover.
Yeah, their star talent. They basically like kind of eventually like drove their star talent out of their company.
So what was the best stuff that Capcom had in the 2000s? Like Devil May Cry,
Yeah,
Resident Evil 4,
Onimusha.
Onimusha was really fucking big in the PlayStation 2 time. I remember being excited as hell when Onimusha game was announced.
Yeah.
Shit, what else was there from Capcom that was really big in 2000s? Wasn't many fighting games, I mean, besides like Street Fighter 4 later on.
Games, but and the Mega Mans were all kind of on portables.
Well, the Mega Mans at that point had
Good
turned
ones
into like
anyway.
Mega Man X8 and shit, you know, and
Yeah.
I just was I don't give a fuck.
Well, like the good ones, like Zero, were on portable.
Yeah, like I didn't give a hell about Mega Man Battle Network or any of that crap. It just got way too distant from what I liked as Mega Man. I mean, I pretty much stopped playing Mega Man at Mega Man 5. for the mainline series, and I stopped playing Mega Man at Mega Man X4 for the X series. And that's where I was done. I was just I felt like I grew out of the series. Like I grew old. It grew old on me, you know.
It's sad, but you know what? I kind of like the Zeros though.
I didn't play those. Those came after I was pretty much done with Mega Man.
Yeah.
And by that time, I was really big into fighting games, you know. So I was just hammering the hell out of CVS 2 and Third Strike and Marvel 2 and Soul Calibur 2 and all that stuff. That was the 2000s for me.
CBS came out in the 2000s.
CVS came out 01.
Technically.
Yeah. And this Millionaire Fighting 2001. Not too sure where to go.
No, I just am looking for people. Because there's still people around here.
I saw a couple.
Collecting shit.
How about we should make a pact that we never play shitty video games ever again on your video games. We only play good games.
Well, the problem is, there's been some games that we played that we didn't like that people are fucking in love with.
Yeah.
And considered, what a great game.
Yeah, like RE3, people really like. I didn't even like. I thought Remake was good.
That sucks.
That sucks. Please wait while I reload, sir.
It's a really cool reload animation. Nope.
Nice!
No, sir.
Yeah, what did we play? That Devil May Cry. I didn't end up liking. I like Devil May Cry 1 a lot. I didn't like DMC 2 at all, but no one does.
Yeah.
DMC 3 I only thought was pretty much okay. I thought it was really good and fun. I liked DMC 4. I thought the overall look of that game was really good, but the design of it was terrible. I liked DMC. I did like DMC. I like Dante. I thought that game was fun. It's hard to think back now. We played a lot of shit in like the past 6 months.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, we weren't really too hot on, like, Devil May Cry 3 and 4 that much.
No, we weren't. Yeah. Some people loved that game. They claim it to be gospel.
Yeah. Cry 3 is the best action game ever, and it's definitely deep. It's got a really deep combo system, and it's really, you can really appreciate it for those aspects, but...
Got fucked down. Get that thing the fuck down.
No, she's around here, so.
Yeah, Capcom pretty much owned video games from the mid '90s, actually from all the '90s to the mid 2000s. Capcom was the greatest thing for video games ever. And even at the beginning of the current generation, there was some good shit like Lost Planet, and
Oh, Inafune's games, Lost Planet and Dead Rising.
yeah, Dead Rising was good. I didn't like Dead Rising that much, but I know it was very well liked. Street Fighter 4, all that stuff. And then they were like, all of our games have to sell 9 million units or it's not worth making. I hate to say it, I really hate to say it, but Lost Planet 3 is gonna bomb. Really hard. And I love the Lost Planet series, but I like Lost Planet 1 and 2. Actually, we're totally gonna fucking play Lost Planet 2. You need to understand why that game is fun as shit.
Yeah, but nobody likes it but you.
Fuck, dude, no. The only reason, and I haven't gotten a chance to explain this yet, why people don't like Lost Planet 2 is because Lost Planet 2 came out after Call of Duty 4. And everyone was expecting changes similar to Call of Duty 4 because every single shooter was trying to be COD 4 after that game came out because of its success. And all Lost Planet 2 was a slightly modified Lost Planet 1 with a really, 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 really good co-op. But terrible single player. Horrible single player. You would
so
never, ever play that game single player.
It's like RE5.
It's made by the same fucking guy, so yeah. Made by the exact same guy. But an amazing 4-player co-op experience. Like, holy shit, it's really good. Yeah, dude, I'm having vivid memories of playing the hell out of that game. And the multiplayer was fucking fantastic. It was fucking fun. Only Japanese people played the multiplayer. Which kind of sucked, so... Yeah, I think Lost Planet 1 was definitely one of my favorite multiplayer experiences of this generation. Bar none. It was just fucking fantastic. Next time on Yo Video Games, I'm gonna kill 30 to 40 people in a VS.